He is Jalen Rose.
What up, dog?
I'm David Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
Together with Jalen Jacoby, what is it that we do?
We give the people what they want.
We've got to talk about the World Series. We've got to talk about all the football games of the weekend. And there was a big game in the big house. We'll get Jalen Rose's reaction to the Wolverines' big win over Notre Dame. But we start with last night. Big game on Sunday Night Football. The Packers take on the Chiefs. It was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and Aaron Rodgers was making Aaron Rodgers type plays. Jalen, I know you know the one that we're going to discuss, but Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones had how many touchdowns?
Not one, but two.
Aaron Jones was amazing. Aaron Rodgers was amazing. And there was also the play that we all just left in awe. And on Get Up this morning, they were calling it the best play ever thrown when he was falling, being held down, and then hit in the back of the end zone. Jalen, what do you see from Aaron and Aaron from the Packers?
So first and foremost, I remember on this program last year lobbying for Mike McCarthy to give the ball to Aaron Jones. And you teased me because you were like, he must be on your fantasy team. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, it's because he's really good.
Was he on your fantasy team?
No, he wasn't. And the other thing about rooting for a team in that division, I get a chance to watch these squads up close and personal, not just when they're on the national stage. And I knew he could ball. They kept him off of the field because they felt like in passing downs, he couldn't protect and he couldn't route run. But he had 158 yards in receiving in the game. How about that?
He could route run.
He can route run. And so for him now getting that opportunity with Devontae Adams out, Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur are doing a terrific job of getting the ball to their playmakers. Mm-hmm. And he's the guy that they've been featuring.
Aaron Jones had a great game, so did Aaron Rodgers. I've said before that this is the best team in the NFC. There's a lot of good performances from NFC teams over the weekend. You ready to join me as the Packers were the best team in the NFC?
I'm not ready to join you there yet. They deserve to be in the conversation, and rightfully so. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I want to caution people about calling that play for Aaron Rodgers, the touchdown pass, the greatest throw ever. Mm-hmm. I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw Hail Marys against
I've seen Aaron Rodgers do a lot of other things. There's a lot of recency bias in sports media.
No, hold on. No. I've seen Aaron Rodgers throw Hail Marys.
Oh, I have.
Against my team.
Oh, I have to.
Okay.
Well, now we go from what I think the best team in the NFC to what is objectively the best team in the AFC, and that is the New England Patriots, who played the Browns. And Jalen Rose, the Patriots defense was absolutely insane in this game. They forced turnovers in 3 straight plays. The Browns were riddled with penalties. Jalen, I've been resisting asking this question for quite some time. Will the Patriots go undefeated? It's time.
They won't go undefeated. They won't go undefeated. Just too tough to do. But here's what I want to say about the Browns. It's not time to overreact to their loss or to panic. Chubb had a couple of fumbles, but ran well.
Yep, they're going to get after like a 50-yard run.
They're going to get Kareem Hunt back. The Patriots did a terrific job of stifling Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. Mm-hmm. But the guy I still need to see perform is Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
That was going to be the difference to me. And Freddie Kitchens, if it continues to trend like this will be his only year coaching now.
Could be.
So they got to turn it around. Now for the Patriots, I agree with you. Terrific defensively, rebuilt their roster. And I stole this from Antonio Brown. Gilligan's Island over there. You know who that is?
I know who Gilligan is.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Okay, he got an island over there. Gilly's Island.
I thought you asked me if I knew who Gilligan was.
Okay, that's why I had to slow it down for you. And so when you have guys that can cause turnovers on 3 straight plays, 3 straight plays. Mm-hmm. I didn't say 3 straight quarters or 3 straight possessions. 3 straight snaps. The Cleveland Browns fumbled the football, and 2 of them were forced.
And now here's the thing. The Browns aren't going to make the playoffs. But you know what? They're not going to make the playoffs.
Wow. You putting that on wax?
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. The Browns aren't going to make the playoffs. But the Browns, they're building on a season. They have to look in the mirror and be like, all right, let's get better habits. Let's cut down the penalties. And then let's regroup and find out where we're weak and be strong in the offseason and then come back. And maybe we'll have more realistic expectations for this team next season.
Washington, Cleveland. I'm going to tell you somebody that they should consider. I mentioned his name already, Mike McCarthy.
Interesting. Well, we move on to the other undefeated team in the NFL, and that is the 49ers, and they had an offensive explosion against the Panthers. Jalen, they scored 51 points, and Nick Bosa was all over the backfield, too. What did you see from Nick Bosa and Tevin Coleman?
What I saw from Nick Bosa is that was a boss move to not play at Ohio State and save himself for the draft and go number one overall, and then get into the league and in games like this have 3 sacks and a pick and show his athleticism. Richard Sherman, my guy, got a pick. But Coleman, people sleep on this. Now, he was on my fantasy team last year. Was with Shanahan in Atlanta. So a lot of times when a coach gets a new job and he brings a player to the team, he knows that that guy can do some special things that were underutilized in the previous situation.
Yep.
And so for him to have 4 touchdowns in a game, the only other person in the 49ers to ever do that is Jerry Rice.
Wow.
And how about Jerry Rice had a game where he even had 5?
Wow. 4 touchdowns, 3 in the air, 1 receiving. Coleman looked really good. They've got a running game. They've got a defense. They've got it all. Like, they look really, really good. There's another top NFC team that we must discuss. That are the Saints. The Saints brought back Drew Brees. He looked pretty good. They made light work of the Cardinals. Jalen, what do you think about the return of Drew Brees?
The versatility in their backfield, Latavius Murray running the football, catching the football. They were playing without Alvin Kamara. Thomas, arguably the best route runner in the league, went over 100 yards. But it was great to see Drew Brees back playing and leading the football team.
Yeah, Latavius Murray played great. He played really, really well. And they've got him and Kamara. When Kamara comes back in the backfield, they are something to be reckoned with. Well, Jalen, we're going to transition quickly to the NBA. The Lakers have bounced back from that opening night loss against the Clippers. They beat the Jazz on Friday. And then last night, they had the Hornets. Guess who starred the game? Dwight Howard was the star of the game. He was 8 for 8. He had 10 rebounds. He had 4 blocks. Dwight Howard looked great. Do you think that'll change the way they approach the center position in Los Angeles?
Well, I would say Anthony Davis was the star of the game. LeBron James was the co-star. But it was great to see Dwight go 8 for 8, play quality minutes, and reinvent himself. You know, I talk about this a lot, Jacoby. Everybody wants to be all-time great, all-NBA, all-star, all of that. But the biggest compliment you could play a player is
veteran.
Exactly. And for the last couple of years, Dwight Howard didn't have an identity in the league.
He's been on the edge of the league the last couple of years.
Right? But if you look at his performance, though, he was playing well.
He was injured last year, too.
Correct. And so now, all of a sudden, you put him in a situation where he's had a second chance in L.A., he's been humbled, and he sees an opportunity to win a championship. And this is a Lakers team still playing without Kyle Kuzma. And that's what I was talking about. Their size and their bulk can be an issue for any team they face once they get healthy.
It really can be. And here's the thing I liked about Dwight is it wasn't just he went 8 for 8 and had those blocks and rebounds. It was he looked spry. You think about aging centers in the league. Like, you look at aging centers don't usually look that athletic and that bouncy and quick. Like, it was the way that he did it really impressed me, not just that he did it.
One reason why. First off, Dwight Howard as a center has always been uber athletic. Remember, he won the dunk contest.
It's also not that tall. Like, people don't talk about that either.
And the other thing that I noticed that he did, as you start to get older, you drop weight. That's what you have to do to take pressure off your lower extremities. This is something Zion's gonna have to do.
Yep.
As somebody that's really bouncy. So good for Dwight Howard reinventing himself,
really good.
Playing quality minutes.
That's what everybody says about NBA players is that when they come in the league, they want to gain weight, and then they get older in the league, they want to lose weight.
That's why if you see retired basketball players, they gain weight.
Yeah, they do.
You see retired football players, they lose weight.
Yeah, exactly. I've noticed that. I remember a point when we were doing this show, you didn't look like yourself. You really didn't. I'm glad you're back, though. You look great. You look great, Jalen Rose.
Hey, I love Kangaroo Jalen, too.
Kangaroo Jalen's great.
He has a place in my heart.
Somewhere there's like a donation center that has a bunch of suits that just don't fit you anymore.
I have them.
You still got them just in case?
I'm giving them away now.
Just in case?
I'm giving them away now.
Listen, you're a few bad months away from going right back into those
I ain't going
suits.
back. I'm married now. I ain't going back.
Every time in sports and pop culture there's a video that needs detailed analysis, you and I go to the table. In the fourth quarter of the Jazz game between the Lakers and Jazz on Friday night, there was this exchange between Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I need you to tell me what's happening here, okay? So there he is. There's LeBron. Everything looks, everything seems okay. And Anthony Davis over there hollering at him.
He said, "Your hair."
Yes.
He said, "Your hair."
And he kind of gestured at the head. If you watch the whole
thing. But he trying to do it smooth. He's like, "I ain't playing." He's like, "Dog, I'm trying to tell you." LeBron, like, get back. LeBron think he's trying to clown him. Look. He's like, "Hey." Like, I'm trying to tell you.
Watching this.
Like, I'm trying to tell you.
So that's Anthony Davis telling LeBron to fix his hair in a game. Is that good, being a good teammate or kind of calling out your teammate?
That's being an excellent teammate.
Okay.
Because that's a superstar basketball player named LeBron James playing on a big stage, Los Angeles, the Lake Show, and he had a hair patch issue.
He's got something new going on. Like the headband
covers it up.
It covers a lot of things, but it also, you got to keep it on the entire time.
Correct.
Like he can't adjust the headband mid-game.
That's what happened.
It was like LeBron James just gone to the tunnel. It's like, oh, he's not hurt. He's not hurt. Don't worry, he's not hurt. He's got to adjust the headband. You can't do that in front of everybody.
But I got to tell you this. Probably one of my favorite pieces of video over the weekend was watching LeBron James and Dwayne Wade celebrate their sons playing basketball at the same time.
Oh, that's got to be so nice.
Hey, man, that made me feel so good. Like, I can't front. As somebody that father was the #1 pick in the draft and I never met him, for me to see that visual, it was so very touching.
It's got to feel so good when like one of their sons passes to the other one that gets a bucket. They must just look at each other and just want to cry. I would cry.
And like, I'm trying to do a better job of posting stuff on social media. I try to be a television star, not a social media one. But when I saw that, that's what gave me the courage, I would say, to post the video that I post about meeting my father for the first time.
Oh, that's nice of you, Jalen. Just imagine Jalen Jr. Just imagine Jalen Jr.
Practicing.
Last time we were in this studio, the Nats were up 2-0 in the World Series and headed back to the nation's capital for 3 games over the weekend. Things changed over the weekend. We'll break down the World Series and much more right after this.